They said the reason they got rid of all the extra options is people complained about it.
You drained the battery down, or you just wanted to watch
No, they just complained about it. Someone complained about it and they listened.
Well,
Wasn't everybody complained about it? No, just some people.
I did get the VCR DVD player to power up yesterday, but I haven't done anything with it. But I do have.
Oh, it's one of the few in existence still.
It's full of dust everywhere.
Oh, of course
I went in there
it
with
is.
a can of air trying to blow out. Well, yeah, trying to blow out stuff. I don't know. I might have to go in there with an alcohol wipe, but that'll leave something behind. Do you have any writable CDs floating around the house?
Maybe somewhere.
Yeah.
I do not know. Writable DVDs, maybe.
I think that thing was supposed to write, but I'm not sure. It might just be a player.
It's probably, unless it says it on there. If it says DVD recorder, then fine. I don't know. I know Jen had a DVD recorder for the VCR thing. And there was some stuff I wanted to try to copy over at one point, but one that really sucks is my senior class speech video or speech class video.
Yeah.
I never could find that thing.
Well,
I watched it one or two times after we got done with high school. And I never could find the darn thing again. And I know it's somewhere in my room somewhere. But I just never been able to find it. Back when we were doing the whole conversion thing in like 2009 or 2008, and I was doing all the conversion stuff, I never could find the darn thing. I was like, it had to be in my room somewhere, and I just never could find it. And I was like, oh, that's the one that would have been nice to convert.
do you have a writable CD on your big computer?
I have an external DVD rewriter.
Okay.
Which I got in for my new desktop in 2018. You know how many times I used it? None. I've never used it.
All right, that's fine.
It's an external DVD rewriter.
Okay.
That is USB hooked up, and I've never used a damn thing.
Yeah.
I was going to use it because the new tower, the bigger tower I got, had no drives for a CD drive.
Yeah.
Because they had two 200mm frontal fans, which took up the whole thing.
Yeah. Well,
good case. Really never got a lot of dust in it. It hasn't been turned on in
forever.
2 years now. So if I did turn the dang thing on, I'd probably want to dust it out before I even attempt it to. I mean, not that there's a ton of dust visible inside there, but I'm sure the power supply has probably a good ton of dust bunnies in it, probably.
Well, probably, but I'm just saying.
I'm sure it would fire back up.
On this thing, it was in the tape drive and the CD-ROM drive. I don't know what house. And there was dirt into some of the connections.
Well, yeah, but it hasn't been turned on.
Well, I think it was standing on its end. I don't think it was. I think she maybe disconnected it.
Yeah, it probably hasn't been turned on in 10 years.
Well, I turned it on the other day.
Yeah, probably would have dusted it out before I did that.
Well, I did.
How many dust bunnies came out of there?
There's dust there, but I shot most of that can in there, and I don't. It did whatever it did. It got it cold inside.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. But I don't remember on a DVD if it reached from the bottom up or top down. I think from the bottom up.
Bottom usually.
Yeah. What I'll do is I've got that one DVD of what's her name, the Elvira, whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I'll put that in there as a test. What I found out though is, then I'll probably find out the component cables are wrongly connected, because that's usually what you find out with those. When
those usually video.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Usually it's a grumpy factor there.
Yeah.
But if it does work, then we'll have to start looking at an HDMI cable.
You know, you can get DVD players.
And that's a thought too. If it doesn't work, we've got the DVD player Jennifer gave us, but it only has component cables. The guy said you can't go component cables to HDMI. No. There has to be an inverter in the middle of that to do that. Well, for that amount of money, you could go out and buy a DVD player almost.
that old notebook computer I have has a DVD drive in it.
Well, I'm not
the greatest quality in the world.
I'm not worried about it. I want to see if the other one works.
Well, I mean, you can get an external drive and hook it to a computer and play it off of anything that has a USB switch to it.
What I'm saying is, I don't want to do that. I want to have it where it can play into
on the TV.
On TV, right? Because DVDs are becoming.
You just feel not watching them much anymore. They're kind of going out of style, as far as with everything on flash media and
well, Jennifer's got a bazillion of those DVD.
I know, I got tons of them too.
Yeah, well.
Again, the last time I watched the DVD was.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how workable it is. I do have it hooked up. I do have power to it. I can open and close the drive. So I'm assuming that portion works. So that's my first.
When you can watch almost any of these old movies now, relatively old movies too. When you can watch them on for free almost on YouTube's movie thing.
Well,
there's some ads.
We wanted to watch the Charlie Brown stuff, or you get a thing from one of the ministers that's got it on a CD. You want to watch it?
Yeah, you can watch a lot of that online now.
But not all of it.
Not all of it, no.
But so I don't know. Anyhow, it's in there. I hopefully have it hooked up right. I know it powers up now, so I will get around to trying that out. Something else to frustrate me up.
A lot of these TVs have USB ports in the back.
Yeah, I know that, but they don't have component cables.
No, I was just saying, if you could convert the whatever you're trying to watch to a if you rip it off the DVD or something, you could just get the video file, and you could then load the video file onto the thumb drive and watch it there.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably could. Would you want to plug a cable in to do that, or do you plug it in the back of the TV?
You just plug your thumb drive right in the back of the TV.
That's not always easy to get into. So you plug a USB cable into it and leave it hanging.
Oh yeah, you can do that too.
And then plug it in that way.
Well, you can do it that way.
Well, I said instead of trying to get behind the thing every time you're going to do it. That's probably why they put all the USB ports on the front of the computers.
It's easier that way.
But that one has a bunch of them. That one we built, the last one we built.
I mean, you can get a streaming box like I have in the living room and plug that sucker into it.
Well, part of that.
I think there's supposed to be a way to do it through the frickin' router. I've just never gotten it to work before.
Well, yeah, I'm going to have a chat with a number of things.
Supposed to be able to plug one.
Looks like there's a lot of people here to me. Maybe not.
I don't know if it's not many people here, really.
Maybe it's the normal folks.
I think it's the normal ones because the tax people aren't supposed to be here.
Yeah, it's the normal folks. What's his name?
Yep, and him, and yep, and him, and yep, and him, and yep.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Looks like Allegiance here too. And Sun, or what's the name of that other one? Sky West was here yesterday along with United. I'd probably find one side of the road or the other to walk.
Yeah, no, I just walking though.
Yeah. He did look when he heard the engine though.
There's a sidewalk there too, yeah.
Yes, there is.
I know I wanted to talk longer, but...
No, it's fine. It's time to go. Maybe I can figure... I don't know what that is. It's 73. And I don't know what it is, but... I want to know, but...
Heart rate, maybe?
No, heart rate is 91. This is 70. I have no idea what that is either.
What's your oxygen rate? I think that would be higher though.
Should be, because normally I'm up in the 90s all the time. I don't know what that means exactly, because there's different ways to set this, and that's part of what I don't know, but I'm getting numbers. I wish I would shift this from that to showing the actual steps, but it's not, so I don't know. I mean, I can see the actual steps by looking at the phone, and I can actually see the steps by talking to the watch. But I prefer to know, you know. But it's not the old watch, so that's the thing. It'll turn around, and if I get like a beep on the phone, it'll tell me, you know, hey, the stock market's up or down or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't really care.
I just tried to Google now.
I don't know how to tell that to go take a walk. But I wonder if Texas would come across like that. You know,
maybe.
I don't know if I can hear the phone on the watch. I haven't tested, and I don't know how to ring the watch, have the watch talk to the phone to tell us where the phone's at. But,
well, we can download that out.
Well, again, a whole bunch of this I haven't figured out.
Thankfully, there's many YouTube videos.
Yeah, well, and that's probably true. But I've also fighting with a couple other things too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I'm sure there's YouTube videos on those too.
There probably are.
Somebody was saying last night, there's like, if you're going to buy your cheap budget power station that ships from China, you better buy it now.
Yes, because the price just went up otherwise.
Because the budget cheap ones ain't going to be budget cheap much longer.
Well, can they raise
once
the prices
they,
on the
whatever
ones they already got?
Whatever the ones that they have in stock right now
are gone
from U.S. inventory.
Yeah.
When they have to order more, they're going to get hit with those tariffs. They're going to try. And at 104%.
They're going to try not to do that. They're going to rather run out of stock than to do that.
They're going to, yeah. But, you know. Well, a lot of rushed deliveries.
It's one of the reasons I went ahead. Yeah. And we saw that with the Canadian timber coming down, too.
Oh, there's a tremendous amount of timber was coming from that. Yeah. Now, they might slightly increase prices on some of that because obviously you're not going to be able to get it anywhere else.
Well, you need to have enough money to buy the new stock.
Well, yeah. But not jack up the price where nobody buys it.
Well, that could put a company out of business.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny though is oil keeps dropping.
Yeah.
Like at the start of this, I think we were at like $69 for a thing of oil. Now it's like $55.
Ooh. In
just a course of like a week. It's just tremendous.
Well, some of it's working. But at that price, you're not making any money.
No, they're not. They are definitely not. Well, I'm sure once we attack Iran, I'm sure oil price will shoot through the ceiling.
$200 a gallon or something, or a barrel or something.
Yeah, probably. We're right back at $5 a barrel or a gallon or something. I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
But in the meantime,
I'm glad I'm not sitting there trying to figure it out.
Yeah. The gold's up like $100. Well, 100 whatever points or whatever it is.
Is that guy coming down the street on one of those scooter-like things? He is. Really. Protection is none, is my thought. What in the world? Is that an electric bike or something? Or what is that?
That is a scooter.
It is nuts.
Yep.
There's nothing.
And probably going right to a red light, probably.
Yeah, he probably did, because that was the opportunity.
There's a perfectly good sidewalk.
Yeah. Not supposed to ride him on the sidewalks either.
Well,
but dodge. It's a lot safer to
I mean,
dodge.
they're supposed to
traffic.
obey the traffic laws regardless. Then
Yeah.
if you're going to ride them on the road, you have to obey the traffic laws.
Get
Even if you don't
nailed
have
by a big
license.
truck, you're going to find out that wasn't such a good idea.
Yeah. Or you're going to encourage other people. If you're going to be stupid, I'm sure it'll encourage other people like, oh, I can be stupid too. I can just drive my car any which way I want to.
Usually not a good idea.
Well, it has a motor on it. It must be a vehicle, right?
I suppose. He loses the.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's anything. He's
Well, no, what I was thinking is if he runs out of juice, he might have a hard time pushing that thing back up the hill.
you usually have a meter indicating when you're going to run out.
I would.
A lot of those things have 40 miles of range in the batteries, so should be able to get one from the city to the other without a problem.
So they put the rack on that, and then they put the rack on top of the rack.
Yeah,
Rails.
there you go. Probably have to tie it down
Hang
so you don't
antennas
get the
on
rails.
it. Clamp some big mother antennas to it then.
And you get some strawberry rails.
Huh?
Then you go up and get some strawberry rails.
I asked him, and it was like going to be like $500 or something like that. I talked to Honda. Yeah, $500.
Yeah, well, we don't really haul a lot of stuff on our roof.
No, and you could roll your windows down and do it that way too. But I mean, you could tie it through the back
Yeah, don't.
and at the front and the
Just
tail.
load up your back of your vehicle until you barely can see out of it, and you're good to go.
Yeah, right.
Jen already does that.
I know.
Probably be warmer if the clouds would get out of here. Yeah, it was 60 out last night at 7.
Yeah.
Right as you were dropping that thingy.
What was I doing at 7?
Yeah,
We were at the church, yeah. Yeah. They were back from Israel. I had all kinds of pictures.
Oh, yeah.
And
Incoming missiles?
Jordan and they left right.
Oh, they left those out? Oh, okay.
They got in and out of there without too much
Good,
trouble.
good.
Yeah.
Last thing you want to be there is when the missiles are coming.
No kidding.